What is that?
Um,
Oh, it's a fitting that goes straight into right there.
right there, yeah.
I don't know how it grows.
Okay. Why is that milky in there?
That's not milky, that's the color of this.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it is. I made a mess. I made a mess everywhere. It's 96 degrees out, so we got the really big lemonade this time. A really big one. Is there any chance you want to explain to them what that whole tow truck business was? Nope, Dad, I want nothing to do with it. You gotta tell them. Are you sure? You could possibly tell them what was going on. It's all on you, man. All on you. Well, if he's gonna make me tell you, I guess I better. We were sitting up here in Sioux City, Iowa. That's where we're currently located, and we do have our trailer on behind us right now. We were sitting up here waiting for this trailer, and well, Tater Tot, my daughter, she texted me and said, Dad, my car's making a weird noise. What do you do with a weird noise? She goes, there's no lights on or nothing. So I said, okay, are you close to home? She said, yep, I'm about 20 miles from home. I said, awesome. And then about 5 minutes later, I got a call. Dad, I'm broke down on the side of the road. The car says it's overheated. Okay. So right away I called Uber Dad. Uber Dad to the rescue. Actually, it was Uber Dad and Uber Mom, both in the pickup. And they left and they came over to where she broke down just outside of Sloan. In that meantime, I decided, you know, my trailer's not ready yet. I'm not going to set up here while she's broke down on the side of the road. So I turned and went that way too, because it's about 30 miles from here and about 20 miles from home. So when we arrived there, Dad and Mom were already there, and looking at the situation, I guess you could say. And at first I thought it was an overheating issue, like Paige said, but the minute me and Dad started looking at things, you could clearly see that it was oil. So I checked the antifreeze reservoir, and the antifreeze reservoir was full of oil. So I checked the oil, and the oil was full of antifreeze. So in the big truck world, I would say head gasket right off the bat, but there was a broken part on there. Wishful thinking is whatever that broken part looked to me like it was the blow-by, because it come out of the valve cover. So I'm hoping maybe something broke there and it caused it to suck it in there and suck it in there and put the fluids where they're not supposed to be. That's what I'm hoping for. Needless to say, we couldn't drive it, so I called the tow truck, and they came out of Sioux City, grabbed it, and they're taking it to Mapleton right now to drop it off. At least it wasn't the truck. It was not first class. It may have been another one of my vehicles, but it was not the semi that broke down this time. That's 2 thumbs up right there. Something tells me that's going to be an expensive repair. I mean, just to flush the entire cooling system back out. And then I'm not 100% sure what you do with oil. I think you just change oil a few times. I don't know. And then the broken part, I'm going to stay positive and hope it was just some kind of a suction thing that happened and things aren't broken. Anywho, we are on our way down to Topeka, Kansas with 36,000 pounds of chicken. non-edible chicken. You know, the more I think about it as I'm driving down the road, driving down the interstate, the long, dark interstate, there's something broke inside that engine. Internally, there's something broke. It's not going to be cheap. I was sitting there trying to fool myself earlier when I was speaking to you. I don't think it's going to be something simple. I think something snapped internally and kind of messed things up. What I probably should have done is, when she texted me, said her car was making some weird noises, instead of telling her, all right, just get her home, assuming that it was just something minor, you know, I should have said, all right, pull over, I'll come find you, and we'll check it out and see what it is. Who knows, right? We'll never know. I guess we'll find out what's broken on it, though. Did you break that tree? Yeah, I have muscles, but not that much. I don't know, man. I think you might have broke that tree. How about this tree? Did you break this tree? It's a little bit smaller. You could probably do it. No comment? I'm almost wondering if these are the trees, if the storm that broke these trees off was the July 4th storm. We had some nasty winds roll through and snapped a couple branches on our tree out back. We haven't gotten wind like this in a while. I know we haven't gotten rain like this.
Is it pulling up from the roots, or has it just always been that thick?
It's always been that thick.
See, it's fine. It's not blowing over that bad.
I think it was right on July 4th. It was nasty. I think they said something about 80, 90 mile an hour, 70 to 80 mile an hour winds. And we got 3 inches of rain in 30 minutes. That was an impressive storm. And we're getting some, aren't we? Oh boy.
Oh, look at them. They're like pea-sized.
No, that's bigger than pea-sized.
Oh, the car! My car!
Go Speed Racer. Oh boy, I sure hope he's there temporarily right there. I'd hate to have to break the duct tape out. I know a guy who will really do that. If a truck parks across from him and leaves their headlights on all night, like the brights like that guy has his on, he'll go out there and he'll put duct tape over their headlights. Some might find that as vandalism. I find that as just funny. We are at a Love's truck stop just south of Council Bluffs, Iowa. Really isn't a town really close by. It's just south of Council Bluffs off of Interstate 29. I can't believe I found this spot.
Left lane, folks, left lane.
Yeah, number
Back into a spot here. Got a tanker truck coming around there.
vehicle with 200,000 miles on it, I kind of call a baby. In my eyes, it's a baby. It's got a lot of miles left in it. Well, apparently a 2011 Ford Explorer with 200,000 miles on it, and the water pump goes out, fills the engine with, fills the oil with antifreeze, kind of helps out with wearing those bearings out that have 200,000 miles on it. And then the timing chain jumps. Apparently that baby does not think it's a baby any longer. Right now we're in Dawson, Nebraska. I don't know what they're doing up here. Doing some road work of some sort. You guys see? You see? There was a train that just went by, so maybe they're working on the tracks up there. Been sitting here for a little bit now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume they're working on the tracks. We're not too far from Topeka, where we're gonna drop this load off and go back up to the city, and we're gonna grab another one. I like these. Just keep them running, keep them moving. They pay decent. We're not gonna worry about a reload coming back. We're just gonna keep the train going, you know what I'm saying? Highway 75 here in Kansas now, it's getting a full makeover. Passing lanes, new surface, the whole works this summer. They actually started the passing lanes a couple years ago, but it's all coming together pretty nicely. This way. Keep walking. This way. Come on. Come on. Look at that, Opie. I always love that angle right there. First class, you know, with that old building. Truck to the left and the no parking sign could be deleted out of there, but there used to be a really old building basically straight behind first class right now. Now that one made for some good photo ops with the old Freightliner. Having troubles keeping him walking around. If I could send the humidity through the camera to you guys, holy smokes is it humid. Uber Dad says it's supposed to storm a little bit later on today down here and up home, so we got some storms to run through. Back to the Exploder, you know, the Ford Explorer, but Ford Exploder. Most of you shop guys will know that when you're going down the road and it jumps timing what's going to happen next. All those valves that are nice and pretty straight, they're not straight anymore. I called Tater Tot up and I asked her for a little bit better of a definition of the sound she was hearing, which I should have done to start with. And she said it was just humming. And then it quit humming. And then we came to a stop sign and accelerated from the stop sign. I was slowing there. And the humming went to bang, 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 bang. She forgot the bang, 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 bang sound. She didn't tell me that one, which is still 100% not her fault. This is on me. And the bang, bang, bang. She needs a new engine. So right now I got Isaac there in town. He's looking up some prices. I got him looking at 3 new prices. I want to look at how much it's going to run me to put a completely used engine in there out of the junkyard, to a rebuilt, to a new engine into that thing. It's a 2011 Ford Explorer. I asked her, I go, do you really, 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 really love that thing? She goes, yep. And unfortunately, I passed on the gene of driving old stuff with no payments and just fixing them versus having payments to my children. So, looks like I'm going to be putting an engine in. So no matter what, it's expensive. Even if it wasn't first class, because at the beginning of this video I was saying how, hey, at least it's not first class. Either way, it's expensive. You guys wanted more footage of road work anyway, didn't you? I mean, you didn't get enough of it on the way down. We got to get it on the way back. But I'm going to be in this construction for a while. You've seen it on the way down. You don't need to see any of this crap on the way back. I'm going to leave you guys right here, sitting along Highway 75 in Kansas. I'll pick you up on the way back down, alright? Stay safe. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, check out Trucking with Schmidt for Dad's merch.